Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Manic Fishing. Well, today I'm going to try and make some manic lures. Now, I've had this liquid for quite a long time and so I don't know how good it'll be. So I've got my manic mould here. I've got a few colours, but there's specific ones that I like which I know work. I'm in the shed. I suppose I should have the Breaking Bad mask on and everything else, but I'm not going to do that. You should, but I'm not. I've got the windows open, I've got the door open. The amount of smoke I chuff up through this puffer and smoke, I don't think it's really going to make too much difference to my lungs, but I would suggest getting a mask. But the windows are open, I've got ventilation here. So I'll take you through the process. I know I've done one of these videos or a couple of these videos before, but let's see if I can improve on it. And these literally are killer as well, you know, from watching the videos. So I'm going to make a few up today. It's a bit of a crappy day out there, raining, and I'm not out on the boat, so it gives me an opportunity to make some of these up. I've slowly run out, so let's see what we can do. Now, in the process of moving over to my mum's from my house, my lovely son threw away my injection pump, so Grant Strict has lent me his one. So it's an injection pump, so it do the same thing, slightly smaller than my one, but I'm sure we'll get the hang of it. It's just a process of elimination, knowing how much you need. So I'm going to go and get my microwave in, get my little jugs and other bits and pieces sorted, and we'll start the process. Now, I've got four colours here. I've got blue, I've got like a rose pearl, that's like a khaki, and this is a lemon sherbet. I find this to be the best, but khaki's good. Some people swear by pink for pollock, blue maybe for bass, whatever. And what you'll find is we'll do a few, see how they come out, but I'm going to probably concentrate more on this lemon sherbet. This is the one I find, this and the khaki is what I find a killer. They are the bomb. But it'll take a couple of you start it off, it'll take a couple of goes really, just to set the mould up. And I don't know if you can see there, that's got Manic in the tail. So the guy made these moulds for me. This is my own mould, and they've got my name in the mould. So on one of these, this is a bit of lubricant that you put in the mould to stop it sticking, and I put a little bit around the pump, and we'll just go through the process. This is pretty old, this stuff, but I don't know, shouldn't go off. We'll soon find out, won't we? Right, so it's an older microwave than what I'm used to. So we'll just have a try. Measuring jug, just a glass microwave jug that you can use. So once I get some idea how much I need in that pump, then I'll know roughly what I do. But there's no dramas with this, because whatever you've got left over, you just reheat it. And then at the end of it, after we've done say 3 or 4 different colours, you'll end up with a bonus colour. So it's all of these ones mixed together, and that sometimes seems to be the best one ever. But let's get myself prepared. I've got a couple of little clamps just to hold the mould. Should have a vice or something, I suppose, but we'll just have to adapt and do what we got to do. Right, so I hope you can see it's I haven't really got a great camera position here. I suppose it would have been handy if someone would have perhaps filmed it, but there you go, you'll get the general idea. So I've just wiped through these, so I know from my own experience that we'll probably have to do a couple of them before you get a perfect one. So if I can remember, I just think we just clamp this here like this, so it holds it, it'll hold itself. You inject it through there and we'll see how it goes. So let's give this another shake up, and I'll guess roughly what I think I'm gonna need. And as I say, it don't really matter, because if we put about that in there to start with. So what you do is you heat this stuff up first until it turns translucent. So I'm not sure with this microwave, each microwave will be different, so let's just put it on for a minute and let's see what it goes like, and then we'll let's get me liquid ready. You literally only need a couple of drops of this. It lasts forever. And this is a fluorescent one. Oh, this looks like a new one. So let's just click. Right, so let's get that. This is a khaki one. I think this is my favourite one. Let's try the lemon one first anyway. You just need a couple of things. I'm just going to go and get a stirring spoon. One sec. So I've just raided my mum's kitchen. Just got a little teaspoon here, which we can just give it a stir up. So that's at about a minute now. That's at a minute now. So let's just have a look. So you're looking for it. So that's still stiff. So you're looking for it to be, I think I've got loads and loads in here. You're looking for it to go virtually clear. Right, so this is looking more like what we want. And what I'll do is give that a bit of a mix up. Right, so I'm just going to go literally, oops, couple of 3 drops. This doesn't look super special to me. It normally goes white, so whether this liquid's off or not, I don't know. We'll soon find out. Right, let's give that another 30 seconds. As I say, you can mix up, make up any colours you want, really. We'll have a little play. Right, let's see what this has come out like. That's come out a lovely yellow. Let's just see. Right. Now, with the pump, you literally, you push it in, obviously, and suck it up. So we'll see exactly how much I need. I don't know until I do it. So there we go, it's all squeezed out there. So let's just see what that's like first. As I said, the first one, it probably won't come out very good at all. And obviously I need to put a clamp on the bottom because that's leaking out of there. So the patience has got the better of me. I want to have a look now. Let's have a look. See how it comes out. If I can open it. Well, they've actually come out okay. So there you go. That's how. I mean, obviously you got to trim that up a bit, but that ain't come. That actually, even though it doesn't look great, you take all these bits will fall off in a minute. It's got the Manic logo in there and everything else, so I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna try. The only hassle with this pump or with these pumps is that you have to clean this out each time. So you have to pull this out each time. So what I do is I'll stick all this stuff on here, on the side here, and then that's when you get your bonus colours as such, because all of them bits I'll put in at the end. Let's push that on. Right, make sure that's like that. Right, so I've got to heat it up again. Oh, let's get the mould together. Right, so this mould should be good now. Should be good to go. So we know that it's squeezing out of the bottom there. So I want to probably put this clamp here and this one here. So it's a bit of trial and error. Really and truthfully, a vise would be perfect. A couple of blocks of wood. So let's just heat this for a few more seconds. and I'll show you. We'll make a few up, and then I'll show you how I trim them up, and you'll be amazed what they come out like. So it doesn't need much, because obviously that's just heated up. So let's try that. So literally, you don't have to do too much. Suck it up. Okay. Put it in the nozzle and push it down. See, that's it. I want to make sure it goes in. It doesn't matter if it slightly squeezes out, as long as it goes inside that mould. Now I'll leave that for a minute or for a second. You know what I'm like. Push that out. Pull this bit out. Make sure it's clear. Get it ready, and you get yourself like in a little production line. So it's not like making, it's a bit hot, but it's not like making lead weights where you've got to have welding gloves on. So let's see what this one come out like. There you go. So there's another two. Right, I'm going to continue with this. So I've got these bits that I've just taken out of this mould. Let's put them bits back in, and we'll reheat that. See, look, even this bit here that all oozed out on the side, well, I won't put that in there, but we'll put this in here. I'll give it another little squirt, and we'll get another one out of this. So you might have to put this one on for perhaps a minute, a bit longer, so that gives you a chance to build your mould back up. So it wasn't too bad like that, was it? It wasn't coming out, so let's put that there. And let's try this one. It started to come out a bit at the top, didn't it? So let's put that one there, like that. It's all a trial and error, really. But mate, they're the lures of all lures. See, then you can just pick all this little all this rubbish. Nothing's wasted really with this stuff, and they look really good. Them like translucent. So we'll use this one up, then we'll try the khaki, then we'll try the pink, then we'll try the blue, and then we'll have all this bonus bits left over. Right, give it a little sluice round. So you'll get an idea. So that's starting to ooze out the bottom a bit, but perhaps I'll move that bit down to the bottom on the next one. So I think maybe we got enough for the next, for one more. So with the scissors, I'll just trim these bits off. These can go back in. All these little bits can go back in. And the beauty with these ones, you can make these any length you like. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I like them at the length that they are. And this will all pull off. This was the first one. This was really the crappier one, wasn't it? More than anything, but you can trim all round here. That one might not be as good, but these were the second one made. So all you have to do really is just trim around here a little bit. Right, so we'll get one more. I reckon we'll get one more out of this colour. So put it back in, about a minute. Get your mould ready. Now, where was it leaking? Can you remember? That corner, I think, on it. So let's put this one on here, and I think perhaps go on this bottom corner here. This will hold it a bit better. We'll chuck these bits in. So these are come out slightly browner. So perhaps that's just worked a bit better. That's all ready to draw out and pump back in. So I'm just putting my coffee in there. My coffee's gone cold where I'm talking. So I'll give this a little bit of a stir. And hopefully we'll get one more out of this one. Get my coffee out, put my mould in. Yeah, it's pretty well ventilated, but I'm sure this stuff's more harmful than smelling any of that. Right, we're nearly there then, I think. Let's just get it, let it come round so I can get hold of the handle. Right, there you go. Right, hopefully we'll get one more out of this. There you go. Just don't push too hard, and it won't squeeze out. There you go, squeeze it out the top so you know it's there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this in here, the rest of that in here, and then we'll try a different colour. So what do you want to do? What one do you want to go for next? Should we go for the khaki? Let's try this one. This is a great colour. A tickle box colour, that one. There you go. So once the mould starts getting hot, they come out perfect. So all you got to do is just trim that up. See, that'll break away. But all you've literally got to do is just trim that. Trim this up. And as I said, you can make them any size you want. And all of this stuff around the sides here, we'll clean this all up. I'll show you all that. But I mean, basically, let me do one for you now so you can see. Let's pull it down here a bit so you can see. So all you need to do is just go around it really with a pair of scissors. And that's a Manic lure there. That's epic. Right. So now we're going to change colours. We'll just let this go off a little bit, and I can take it out, put some more liquid in, heat it up, same process, and we'll try it with the khaki. So while I'm waiting for it to cool down, this liquid, we'll set this up again. So let's perhaps try this bigger one down the middle side here, and let's put this one here and see what it does. Put this liquid here. As I said, this liquid is quite, mate, it must be 2 years old, so it's quite old. So I think I'm going to go and get another jug, a fresh one. Don't tell me, Mum. I'll get a fresh one, and then at least we're back to square one. Let me just go and nick one out of the kitchen. Right, so I've just got another jug. Give it a good old shake. So we'll put about the same amount. I don't know, what's it, that much? So on this it actually has got a guide on here, but you know what it's like. Let's just guess that. Been here enough. So we need to give that a good minute and a half to start with that first one, just to so look, it comes off super clean. So while I'm messing about with that, clean my spoons up. All of this stuff here, look, this will all come up. So all of this stuff, it's not wasted. And these are your bonus colours, you know. I've sometimes had more success out of the sort of the rubbish that's left here. So let's put the lid on this one for now. So what are we doing? What did we say? Khaki? Yeah. Let's get the khaki one. And I can start, while I'm messing about, I can start trimming these. And you can make it into a weedless. You can put an hook on it. But what I normally use these for is either direct or ideally, like you lot would use a sidewinder, I would use a manic lure, and I'd have normally Craig Form makes me up a lead head, and I put like a 10 gram lead head on that. I like to have a lead head. So there's 3 here that are already cleaned up. So let's have a look at this this liquid. Give it a stir. Oh yeah, it's looking better now. It looks a bit yellow, didn't it, before? You want it clear to start with. You want it, you know, completely sort of translucent. Hold on, baby man's ringing. This is my son, one sec. Right, now I've just given it its first stir. This looks a really, really good one, actually. And I may have put a little bit too much liquid in, but it doesn't matter. This is a really... Oops, let's turn that off. This is a nice dark green, this. Let's give it a bit of a stir. This is like a shiny, goldy colour. This looks lovely. Suck it up. That's it. And then push the rest back in there, get it going. Now this looks, I don't know if you can see that from there, this looks a real nice green, dark khaki green. You only need a couple of drips. I sort of overdone it a bit with that. Let me just give it a second and I'll show you. So that's ready to go. Right, let's have a look. See what this one's come out like. Yeah, mate, look at that. So they're getting better every time. So now you've got none of that. You've got none of that residual mess on there. That's perfect, this one. Look at this. This is the colour for me. And see, with this one here, look. As you can see, look, that's come out completely clear. So there's no like these ones come out with bits and pieces on. These are perfect now. So that mould must be bang on. And look, can you see? Can you see the Manic? I don't know if you can see that. But these don't even need trimming, look. They're good to go. Right, so I think we're pretty much good now. Let's get the mould done. And let's go again. Now this colour for me, this ticks all the boxes really. Because it's nice, you can use it sort of in the morning or later at night because it's darker. And it looks great. It's absolutely a great colour. So I reckon you know you can mess about. You can combine this colour with that colour, whatever. Right, that'll do there. As I shared on a previous video I done on this, they used to use these in the like the late 80s, 90s, just jelly worm basically. But I've had this guy sort of patent this thing for me and put my own little stamp on it. And I'll tell you what, like I say, you've seen how many fish I catch on them. I've had some stonking fish on it. Alright, that's it. There we go. Right, so now we're not gonna get another one. So we're gonna squirt that out there. And I'm gonna pour that out there. We're not gonna get another one out of that batch. That's hot. And now we can clean this one out. And this is the one we'll start off again with. So look, all of this, look, just pulls out. And these are your bonus colours. So while I'm waiting for that mould, let's get some more liquid in. So how much was it? About that, yeah. And what colour did we say we're doing? Rosé, yeah? Right, let's get this mould built. Right, so I'm going to just give it always go over the top. You only need a few drips in there. So look at the colour this is going. This is going lovely. Right, so let's just give that a good old stir. Get that back in there for about 30 seconds. Just to heat it up. That's it. Warm that, give that a sluice round. Right, let's give it a little stir. Right. I think I've got loads of liquid in this one. Right, let's try this. So that's enough. I can just see that oozing out. So I'm going to sluice that back in. Back in there. So I've got well, I don't know, it's a job to tell. Job to work it out always, you know. Right, let's see how it's come out. Don't take long to see what these are coming out like. Now mate, these are pretty in pink. Look at these babies. Look at them. Wow. Now that is a lovely, lovely colour. And that's come out picture perfect. So you don't have to adjust that. You don't have to do anything with that. And I'll get this one out. So this is the khaki. See, look how that comes out. So that goes there. We've got a fresh pot here. Let's get our liquid ready. And then you will be amazed. Look at this, all this different colour. Honestly, you'll be amazed what funky colour comes out of this. So, because you don't want to waste it. What's the point in wasting it? Right. Give it its final stir. Right, let's try the first one. Up she comes. That's it. Now I didn't put as much liquid for some reason in this one, but we'll still make a few. But I think we've got loads there. Mate, that's a lovely colour. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So while you're doing it, keep trimming. See, look at them. Oh, they've come out pretty much perfect. Just a few little frayed bits around the sides. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to chuck all of this crap, all of this rubbish straight back in here. All of this stuff that we did this morning. Nothing gets wasted. This will take a longer time and it'll be a little bit stiffer to push in, perhaps a bit harder to pump in or whatever. Just move that over there. So all these little bits on the bench, nothing goes to waste. Look, all of these bits here all pull off, all go in. This will take a fair while to microwave down. Right, now let's have a look what we've got coming out of here now. So it's a bit warm, so it looks a little bit like pea soup, but I think this is going to be the colour to end all colours. So really and truthfully, it's almost come out like that khaki one, which is what I like. So we'll just make the rest of them up with this now, and I'm not wasting nothing. I'm going to have to let that cool right down. So it'll be interesting to see, for one, if I've put enough in here to start with. So my anticipation is killing me, so let's get it out now and have a look to see what it looks like. And these to come out absolutely perfect. Look, see, there's no trimming involved there. All I've literally got to do is cut that there. That's where it goes into the mould. Cut that there. Look, there's no trimming involved. And what a lovely colour. Look at that. That's like a brown. That's a brownie colour. And you wouldn't have bought, well, you couldn't buy that colour. You couldn't buy that colour, but that's the bonus one. That's the best one of all, I expect. That'll catch the most fish. Right, well, I'm down to the last little couple of bits of this left, but look at the colour of the bonus one. I mean, that you wouldn't buy that colour. You couldn't buy that colour, and I think that that's better than, I don't know, you know, they say pink for pollock, whatever. I catch fish on anything, but mate, that for me is the best thing going. So I use these with I get Craig Thorne from Sea Weights. He makes me up some 10 gram heads, brilliant hooks, sharp hooks on them, like a 2.0, and I'll fish them on a like you do a sidewinder, 8-foot boom, 8-foot trace on a boom down, but you can use it direct as a leaded. But for what, a couple of hours work, they're throwaway ones. Some of them haven't come out quite perfect, but you know, a lot of them have. And at the end of the day, it's all in the action. Look at that, look. That, mate, you ain't getting no better than that. Listen, thanks very much for watching the video. I know it's another one you've already seen it done before, but it's a wet, rainy day. I've got nothing planned, so I thought I'd make up. I've got a few more little ones to do, but this is just a little in between video while you're waiting for the fishing ones to come along, which will be soon. But when I take Daniel Brackley out, we've sort of got a massive tide, so I'll take him wrecking and I'll get him on these, and we'll try these out. But thanks very much for watching Manic Fishing. See you on the next one. Hopefully you'll see the video of us catching on these Manic lures. Have a wonderful day.